She's lost. She's lost. She doesn't know where she's trying to get to. Is there any escape? Is there any escape?
Do you hear the suffering, Senua? Does your precious gift of sight let you see the souls that rot here in this sea of corpses? Do you feel the blood run cold on your skin? Do you hear their endless cries? Do you smell their putrid wounds? They were once brothers, sisters, and loved ones. And look at what you have done to them. All because you were a coward, because you ran from your curse instead of facing it. When you turned your back on your father, Zimbo, you turned your back on the gods, and let the darkness wreak havoc on your people. Why must they pay for your heresy?
You're stronger than me. Focus. You can do this. Focus. Focus. Focus now. Focus. You can do this. Go again. Who is it? Galena? Where are you?
Do you hear, Senua? Do you hear the voice of your mother, Galena? She calls for you, Senua. Go to her. Answer her pitiful call.
Mother! I need you! Help me!
You're both dead. You both surrendered to the
But
voices.
your dear beloved mother was powerless against the darkness when it came for her. She too had a sight. She too doubted the gods and let the darkness infest her. But she didn't run. She escaped the only way she knew how. She gave her life to the gods. If only you had done the same, the world would have been spared this horror. It's not too late. She's calling for you. Why don't you join her?
She finished him!
should suffer with your brethren in this rot and let your blood seep into the seas and the rivers of hell. Isn't that what you deserve after all you've done? Give the darkness what it wants, let it swallow your soul and destroy all that you are. Why are you fighting for someone who is already dead? Just look around you. What hope is there for him, even if his soul could be rescued? Do you think he'd thank you for what you have done to him, to his friends, to his father?
Darkness has taken you, Galena and Senua. Galena and Senua. You are lost. There's nothing you can do. You're dead. You're both dead. Mother and daughter dead in the sea of corpses.
I can't fight it anymore. Not on my own. Where are you, Mother? I want to be with you.
That night, she gave up on her world to follow in the footsteps of her mother, to go to a place where the darkness couldn't reach her.
Senua, look at me.
Do you hear them? They're calling for me.
We've lost so many. And I've lost my father. I can't lose you.
You said it. I have blood on my hands.
I didn't say that. You've done nothing wrong.
Symbol was right. Everyone will suffer.
Symbol is a fake. He is a hateful, bitter liar. He's poison. And his words still haunt you. Who do you trust? Him? Or me? Do you still believe in me, Senua? In us? Come back to me. Please. Don't let this darkness come between us.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. He gave her the sword with which to fight in more ways than one. And she gave him her word, never to surrender. All she needed was a little help, a little hope. Into the mountain.
Can you see it?
Shall we tell her where to go?
It's not far. Go on.
Look
Up. Just up there. Listen to us. That's it.
Shall we tell her where to go?
Shall we?
Does she know which way to look? Does she know her way into the mountain?
She's a good girl, isn't she? Look up. So clever. Did you miss us? Oh, she did. She did.
Are you glad we're back?
She's so clever.
There's a door.
You can do it. You can see it. Come on, Senua.
Go away. I'm not listening.
I will tell you of a great hero named Sigurd, son of Sigmund, no less. Born after his father's death, Sigurd is cared for by the dwarf Rain. But Rain does not love the boy. Instead, he plans to use him for his own ends. You see, Rain's father possessed a great treasure given to him by the gods. But Rain's brother, Fafnir, killed his father and took the gold all for himself. Fafnir hid the treasure out on a heath and could not leave it. And from the evil in his heart, he turned into a dark creature. A dragon.
Something's behind the door.
What is it?
She can feel it.
No.
Don't open the door.
Don't go in. Don't
Turn back.
Get back! A great beast guards Helheim. Garm is its name, and it knows you are here, Senua. It can smell your stink. What are you afraid of, Senua? How will you save Dillion if you are too much of a coward to step into the shadow?
They can't stop me.
Then do it! The beast is stalking you from the shadows. Your sword is useless here.
Do you hear that?
Don't fall for it.
It's me, Senua. It's so loud.
It's not her.
So full of hate.
It's a trap.
I just want to help them. Tell me what to do. Your father wants them to go away. And he only hurts me to silence them. But he's gone now.
They always come back. He says I will die if I go with them. They say that I'm already dead.
No,
And they want me with them.
Stop!
That's why they crawl through the walls.
Don't listen
Do you
to them.
see them?
Do you see their faces? He's coming. Senua, help me! No, get me out of here! Don't go!
Where has she gone? She's disappeared again.
She shouldn't be here. She escaped the darkness. She took her own life to escape it.
She can't remember when it started. When her mother lost her smile. Her eyes gazing past her towards a world she could not see. This is what happens if you reach for the underworld, he said. It was a lot to take in for a child. And the first time she felt the cold chill of fear.
The torch is going out. No, it's not.
I don't talk much
hasn't
about
got
her
much time.
father. Said Belle.
She's too slow.
I suppose I just didn't want to risk upsetting her.
Darkness will come again.
But it doesn't matter now, does it?
The beast has been here. Everywhere. Me through here. Through the water. Just keep going. She'll have to go under. She can't. She has to. She can't. The torch will go out. Don't. Let's let the torch go out. She can do it. She can't do it. No. The light's gone out. Run! Get through it as quick as you can. The panic is here. Okay, run. Run and get to the light. Get to the light. Stop. Stay in the light. Stay in the light. You have to rest here or you'll die. She's coming. Get to the next light. Let's go quick. Run. Look. Fire. It's fire. How will she get to the light? She won't make it. Forget she's too. She will. She has to make it. Where's the torch? Take it. Keep you safe. See, now she can find the room. She can find it. Keep the light. See it. Where is it? Now you're free to search. The light will keep us safe. The light will guide you. Look. They're in us. Can you feel them? Can you see hidden in plain sight? She has it. You have it. Keep going. Where's the next? Do you want to find it? Do you want to find it? These pointless time. Symbols are pointless. They're meaningless.
Rain the dwarf's sole desire is to possess this dragon's accursed treasure, and he uses Sigurd to reclaim it. He tells Sigurd the story of Fafnir's gold, and the good-hearted hero promises to slay the dragon if Rain would forge a strong sword for him. Sigurd remembers that his father once possessed a sword given to him by Odin. Odin broke the sword to bring about Sigmund's death, but Sigurd's mother still has the pieces. And so Rain reforges the famous sword. Sigurd uses the sword first. The dragon Fafnir is so large and deadly that it would be impossible to kill him face to face. But each day, Fafnir crawls across the heath to find water. So Sigurd digs a pit in the dragon's path and lies in wait in it. When Fafnir slithers overhead, Sigurd sinks his sword into the dragon up to the hilt. Sigurd leaps from the pit, and Fafnir sees his killer. He warns Sigurd that the treasure will lead to his death, as it led to the death of all who owned it. Sigurd replies that death comes to all men, and every man would want to be wealthy until that day. And he takes the treasure.
She has it. She did it. She's done it. Well done.
This place. It reminds her of the isolating, suffocating darkness that she lived through as a young girl. Imprisoned in her mind. The faces in the dark, coming through the walls. She once thought everyone could see them. I mean, that's what children say all the time, isn't it? That there are monsters in the dark. By the time she realized that only she could see them, her father, Zinbel, could see the monster in her.
The light won't see. She can sense it. What's she doing? She's lighting the torch. It's not gonna help her. She's lighting the fire. Why is you safe? Darkness. Fight! Send! Remember your training. You're stronger than him. There's blood. He did it. You can't go anywhere without your light. Take the torch and move. Blood.
Do you feel it? The beast is crawling into your mind, searching for weakness. It found your mother and used her to trap you in here.
Did you see her die? I don't remember. I was only 5. They told me she escaped the darkness, that she's with the gods. But what if they lied? What if the darkness took her and trapped her here?
Go through the door. I have to go through. She'll get her mother out. Our mother doesn't exist. Where is it?
It's a trap. The beast is coming. Stupid little demon. It's over!
The darkness is back. You've lost him. You've lost him. Get out! Get to the light!
Without his head, you will never bring his soul back. His fate is sealed. Now it can see you at your weakest. The time you suffered as a child at the hands of your father Zindo while you pined for Dillian. Do you remember that darkness, Senua? The beast is bringing it back.
Mother, why did you leave me? This darkness, it's spreading. Father's keeping me away from the others. Away from Dillian. I won't give up. I'm not going to rot in here. I'm going to find Dillian.
The beast is down there.
No. She knows the beast is down there. She's not going towards. He's always watching you. Never safe from me. You can go. She needs to find him. She needs to find it. She's lost it and she has to find it. Leave the torch alight. Your eyes up. You're never going to find it. You can go. The lights run out. She'll die.
She has to do it.
She can't.
She'll die.
She has to. She can't.
She's going to go through anyway.
The light will run out. The light will run out.
The darkness will swallow her.
And she'll die. Her father tried to help her.
But she wouldn't listen.
He was doing his best. She never listens. Why didn't she listen to him? Trying to help her.
He was trying to save her from the darkness.
Zimbel was right.
Zimbel was trying to save her from the darkness.
But she wouldn't listen. Never leave.
And now everybody is dead.
Because of her. It's all her fault. All her fault. So weak. She should have known.
Although Sigurd kills the dragon, Rayan wants to keep Fafnir's gold all for himself. Rayan also wants the strength and wisdom of the dragon, so he drinks its blood and asks Sigurd to roast Fafnir's heart for him. Sigurd does so, but when he touches the roasted heart to see if it is done, he burns his finger. Without thinking, he licks his finger and tastes the dragon's blood. In that moment, he understands the language of birds and hears them talk nearby.
She's got to go deeper to find the deeper towards the darkness.
Beast is there. The beast is luring her deeper, deeper into the darkness. Deep, deep down.
Sigurd's newfound power lets him hear the birds speak, and they say, Sigurd should eat the heart himself. Rayan wants Fafnir's gold. Sigurd should kill Rayan before Rayan kills him. Sigurd should find Brynhild, the Valkyrie, who sleeps an enchanted sleep. Sigurd heeds the bird's advice. He kills Rayan, eats Fafnir's roasted heart, and takes Sigurd's newfound power lets him hear the birds speak. And they say, Sigurd should eat the heart himself. Rayan wants Fafnir's gold. Sigurd should kill Rayan before Rayan kills him. Sigurd should find Brynhild, the Valkyrie, who sleeps an enchanted sleep. Sigurd heeds the bird's advice. He kills Rayan, eats Fafnir's roasted heart, and takes Fafnir's treasure. And he embarks on a new quest, to ride to Hinderfell and find Brynhild, the Valkyrie.
Now she can go.
She can do it. Stop! Stop it. Quick. She can't get through. She has to. Get up! What are you doing?
Where is she going? Faster, faster. Keep going, keep going.
What is she doing? Stop! Stop it. Keep going.
Stop letting the memories follow you.
Quick.
Where is she going? Faster, faster. Keep going, keep going.
Stop!
Can't help but think of him. The tender guiding flame in a world so black. The longer it burned, the more she convinced herself that there was nothing beyond its reach. How little separates us from what we fear.
Keep the torch alight.
Sigurd learns that Brynhild had once disobeyed Odin, and so he had her punished, stuck her with a sleep thorn, and put her body within a rampart of burning shields. Only a man who knew no fear would ever reach her. But like me, Sigurd is fearless and passes through the flames, just as I did, and wakes the sleeping warrior girl. She teaches him the secret wisdom of runes, namely victory runes, ship runes, runes for persuasion, runes for truth, runes for healing and health, runes for perception and power. Like Sigurd, the greatest young warrior of the North.
Come back to me. Come back. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
Come back to me, Sem.
I'm coming for you.
Follow my voice.
I'm coming.
Come back.
Dillian, I see you.
The beast has Dillian.
No,
It's time to
you're not taking it from me.
I warn you, Senua. I can smell your
No,
you betrayed your gods.
Dillian.
I am leaving with him.
You turned your back on me. That is why Dillian will rot in hell.
Fight. Fight. Fight for Dillian.
Come into my shadow.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
People think of evil as an unnatural, invisible force, and so invoke the gods for protection. But evil can come from the hand behind the gods. A familiar hand, cold and cruel. He tried to fix her with his rituals, kept her trapped in that hole. She couldn't say which was worse. The darkness, or the monster that her father had become. She couldn't fight them both. And so she left, headed for the one ray of light that shone down on her. If she had stayed, she wouldn't have survived. But maybe Dillian would still be alive.
I'm so sorry, my love.
She will save his soul, even if this time she can't save her own.
Forgive me, Senua. I know you have no reason to trust me anymore.
Shut up. Listen.
But believe this, it was my mission to make you hate. To hate the darkness with a passion so great it would focus your mind on this quest. Without it, I'm doomed like there is slack. All this time I wanted to protect you from the truth that would have destroyed you a long time ago. But you have conquered your darkness at every turn. You deserve to see behind the veil of darkness.
Then take me to the mountain, to trust you, as deep as we can go.
I won't stand in your way.
She has to trust him.
You will not survive what is in there.
I know.
What else can she do? She doesn't want to tell. She has nothing. She has nothing. She's come this far. She wants to go forward. She wants this. This means she wants to save Dillian's soul. She must listen to the shadow. Going, Sam. Just keep going. It's too dangerous to do this. Destruction feels the end. You're too weak to rest.
Mother, I won't let the darkness trick me again. I know you're safe with the gods. I can feel Hela's gaze, searching for secrets inside of me. Secrets that even I can't see. I'm not here to fight my past. I'm here for Dillian. I will fulfill my vow, whatever the cost.
She's done it before. She can't. She'll do it again. How will she do it? There must be a way. You have to try. She'll never make it.
The Northmen say the world will come to an end. They call this Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. But first, there will be a terrible winter, 3 years long. Then, mankind will turn on itself. Brothers will fight each other to the death, and people will forget what they owe their kindred. Tyrants will be hard. Crimes will be great. It will be an age of axes and swords. The wind will blow through abandoned halls. Wolves will walk where children played. The world will fall into ruin. destiny will go. First, there will be a terrible for years long. Then, mankind turns. Brothers will fight each other to death. People will get overturned. Times hard. Crimes will the age of axes and swords. The wind will blow through abandoned walls. Wolves will walk, children play.